God the Father's response to Christ submitting to his will was to exalt him and give him a name which is above every name. This is not the name Jesus, by the way. We don't know this name yet. But we know from the book of Revelation, when this name is actually given, every knee will bow. And by every, I mean those who are believers, those who are unbelievers, those who are spirit beings who have not fallen, those who are demons who have fallen. Every single created being will bow at this name. That's how powerful this name and how descriptive and how accurate it's going to be. Everybody's going to look at him and say, yeah, that is a name that you deserve. Because he submitted to the Father. That is something that is very important. Now, of course, we also see over in James chapter 4 and verse 14, where it talks about us humbling ourselves in the sight of the Lord so that he can actually lift us up. We don't want to lift ourselves up. We humble ourselves before God. 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 6. Therefore, humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due time. Let him do the lifting up, because he's going to do it when it's proper. This type of mindset then is going to completely eliminate selfish ambition, because it doesn't matter what position I hold. I mean, think about it. Could you, the position that you have, who you actually are you willing to set that aside to serve God? That's the frame of mind that Christ had. God the Son, who was in an environment where he needed nothing. He existed as God. He was completely satisfied. Chose to submit to the will of the Father, came down here, wrapped himself in flesh where he was needing things now. Now he's in flesh. We see he's thirsty, he's tired, he's hungry. And he submitted himself to God the Father's will, even to the point of death. Would we be willing to do that? To submit ourselves to the desirous will of God? Does God call us to be hung on a cross? No. He calls us to actually live out a life that glorifies him and to do his will in all things. Are we willing to actually do that? And yeah, doing his will can simply be, I'm going to go to work, I'm going to do the same thing I did, if I was working on Friday, it'd be the same thing I did on Friday, or the last day I worked, but I can do it to his glory. I cannot put my own desires before God's desires.